Talk Shows family. It's Nosa here at Gossip Talk Shows. Find your own voice led from within. So I'm on my own today, and I'm very sorry, guys. I'm late, so I'm not gonna lie to you and blame the technology. The technology was really good, but I had to attend the worship team. I had to go and pray with the other people in church online. So I was just there when I was about to leave. I just felt like I just needed to stay for another hour. So I'm really sorry, but I'm here now. So the topic today is we're talking about the battles of life. So are you someone facing moments of deep sadness, significant loss, bereavement, coping with grief, experiencing and profound sorrow, uh, and health related problems, coping with inner conflict, maybe struggling with sleep, financial hardship, fear, anxiety at work, and relationship problems, which is family problems or intimacy relationships. If you are going through these struggles, so join me today as I will be talking about the battles of life, how to overcome those obstacles, making tough decisions in life. That is one of them, overcoming, facing diversity and being able to actually face those struggles and dealing with setbacks is very, very important. These challenges can contest your resilience. Determination is needed when you're going through that. A character that goes with it is needed. Each person's journey is unique, guys. So I need you guys to know that I need to take my phone. So give me 1 second. Each journey that you take in that moment is very unique, and the battles that you encounter, they shape our personal growth and development. So when you are going through something, never ever compare your struggles with anybody. It's very, very important to actually um, when you go through something, when you go through the struggles, to understand that your life is unique. When if you are faced with relationship problems, that is battle of life. If you are faced with this financial struggles, that is battle of life. That is unique. That needs you to deal with that problem as unique as you can. It does not need you to compare your life with somebody else, to compare your life with friends or family. It doesn't need you to do that. So it's very, very important when we go through the struggles to actually understand that every struggle that we go through is unique, and that struggle is not there to stay. It comes, every struggle is a seasonal struggle. It's a seasonal struggle. It's not there to stay. Let me switch this off. Yeah, it's not there to stay. And also is very, very important to actually when you're faced with setbacks always come in life. So you have to understand that when setbacks comes, um, everything is temporal, is no permanent. There's no problem that is temporal. Uh, it comes for that season. But if we want it to stay permanent, it can stay permanent if we let it stay permanent. So those are really important things to actually recognize that um, difficult times when they comes, we have to approach them as individuals and handle those challenges uh, greatly, just to influence the outcome that we want in life. So when challenges comes, so we need to talk about the challenges like one by one. So how do you deal with challenges? Let's say when you are having battles of anxiety. Yesterday we mentioned the answer. We were talking about the fear overcoming anxiety. So now today is just everything is a battle of life. So how do I overcome the battles of anxiety if I'm having the anxiety? First, you need to look at the foundation of your life. Is it in the bloodline? The anxiety, do you guys suffer from anxiety, depression? Does you, if your family does suffer from anxiety, it does not mean that you have to label yourself and say, you know what, I am who I am because my family suffer from anxiety or it's in the bloodline. You don't have to label yourself, but you can use techniques and things that can help you to actually get out of that fear and anxiety and live a life that you want, that you desire. So you can do all that by looking at, uh, let's say, if it is in the family. So you need to, sometimes you might need to go for some deliverance. If you're a Christian, you might need to go to church, deliverance. There are some places where they do deliverance. And, but then when you go do deliverance, at the same time, you need to uh, make sure that the doctors be with the doctors as well. And once everything, if you go on deliverance, sometimes it goes away. If you believe that the problem will go away, it does go away. 100% it does. But if you don't believe it, depending with your faith, what you believe. So it's just that deliverance for anxiety and depression. Make sure that you follow your doctors as well and how to deal with it because I can't say check the medication and don't go to the just go for deliverance. You have to do both. And then after that, if you go for deliverance, then you will know if it's gone. If it's in the family, you might need to cut the codes of the depression. Everything has its code, how we ended up there. So you might need to go deep and look into your bloodline and see why the bloodline has a depression. There is a depression where it could be caused by the spirit of death. So you might need to look into all that, um, uprooting that, any tree that is not meant to be in your family, uproot that. You can do that, which is with the people that are the pastors that are qualified. If you're if you go to church, but if you don't go to church, you can meditate. You can meditate. The power of meditation. I meditate in the Word of God. So I'm not sure how. I always say in my talk show, I'm very, very upfront that I've never done the meditation, not using the Word of God. So I don't know how it works. But for me, what works is meditating in the Word of God, and it does work. And also looking at my bloodline, where the problem began, and asking for forgiveness on behalf of my family. Some of them they might be dead, and asking for forgiveness. It does work sometimes. It does work all the time. So that is very, 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 very important. And then we go and look at what is the other problem that is there is fear. We mentioned the fear. Maybe a moment of deep sadness, facing the moment of deep sadness. Let's go to sadness. If you are experiencing the moment of deep sadness, so first we need to find out, why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you feel sad? And the reason why we have to ask questions, when you ask yourself questions, why do you feel sad? Is because sometimes it might be you feel that your needs have not been met. Sadness is grief. Is it sadness, feeling sad because of the loss of your loved one? And if it is the loss of your loved one, um, the memories, the good memories of our loved ones are the ones that had lost. But at the same time, we have to let it go if it is the loss, whatever that loss of sadness that it might be. In order for you to move forward, you might require to actually let it go. And and also it's very, very important to understand that when you're making those, letting go, it means I'm making tough decisions about the things that are no longer serving me in my life. And I'm making the tough decisions where sometimes I might feel uncomfortable. That is okay. So it is okay. And also, and we have to understand that letting go as well, when you let go of that sadness, it's an universal experience. And it would depend, however, with the how you approach it, how you approach the problem. Some people may approach the problem in a place of blame. Some people may approach the problem in a place of wanting to take responsibilities and not wanting that problem. For me, um, however we approach the situation, it will influence the outcome of that. So if we approach the situation with blame, so then the outcome of it, it means the anger, depression, anxiety. But if you are faced with the problem and then you approach it, have the courage to look at the situation and say, okay, I normally communicate with problems, guys. I communicate with them whenever I'm faced with challenges. I communicate with those problems and I let them know that I am aware of them. And if there is something that I can do, some people may find it bonkers, or some people may find it makes them uncomfortable. But for me, when I have the problem, the first thing that I need to do is I need to surrender. And because I also believe in God, when I'm faced with problems, I always have to look at the situation that these problems that are presented to me, I cannot fight them on my own. So I am surrendering to God and say, let your way be done. If it is my finances, let your way be done in my finances. Show me the way of how to take action and be able to get out of the situation, or send me my helpers. And a helper that is going to direct me to the right direction, connect me with somebody that can help me to actually solve this situation if I cannot solve it on my own. And then it will direct me to the person that it can help me to actually solve the problem. So I don't try to control the situation, because if I try to control the situation, I wouldn't be able to solve it. So all I try is I surrender. I don't try. I completely surrender to God and say, let your way, let your will be done. Where, make a way. Where there is no way, let there be a way. because in that moment, when you are faced with battles, mostly the friends, they go away. When you are faced with battles, sometimes people don't want to be around you when you are faced with the battles. But what do you do when the world feels like it's against you while it's not? So what do? You continue to take action. You continue seeking support. Whenever you have a problem, continue seeking support. When you continue seeking support, it does not mean that you are not good enough to solve those problems on your own. Not meant to solve the problems on your own, meant to solve the problems with the other people. So whenever you feel like um, you have problems and you feel like you're all alone, but you've never alone. I've gone through challenges in my life where um, my situation wanted me to feel that I was alone, but I refuse that I am never alone. Every step that I take with God. I'm never alone. So when I actually refuse to actually believe that I am alone in the problem that whatever I'll be going through, with the battles and stuff, I find that it makes my life very easy because God then steps in and helps me to solve those problems. And so it's very, very important. Whatever battles you might face, whatever struggles you might find yourself in, know that you're never alone. So I know that in my heart that I am never alone whenever I face challenges. So is very, very, very important when you're faced with struggles to know that whatever you face, there is always support if you need it. There is always comfort out there. Learn to have strength, find strength and resilience to confront the battles they encounter in your life, you encounter in your life. And that is, it takes courage, really, really courage. Whatever battles that come your way, it takes courage to face them and fight them. And at that moment as well, it provides you with the opportunity for growth when you're faced with those challenges. And it will give you valuable skills as well and self-discovery. It's very, very important. Embracing these challenges as part of your journey can lead you to personal fulfillment and deeper understanding of oneself. If you really believe life, it will give us battles, it will give us things that we did not ask. Life will throw us with things that we don't want them in our lives. But then it is to you to make that decision and fight those battles however you believe you can fight them. It's very, very important to believe that you have the ability and the skills to fight them. Of course, with God. I never fight battles on my own. I know that my own way, if I fight battles, I won't be able to get to where I need to be. But I always, in my heart, even though I might not say it out loud, but in my heart, I know that God is there. I'm never alone. So fight those battles and have the courage to actually go on and have the courage to actually know that we don't have control in everything. Work hard and work hard in life. When I'm saying work hard, I don't mean that work hard 24, like maybe 30 hours. Work hard in life to actually to develop the knowledge of um, learning to be comfortable in the unknown. I'm not talking about working hard and going to the office. I'm just saying work hard to actually develop the knowledge of learning to be comfortable in the unknown. And sometimes it may be hard. The transition may be hard to do that, to create the mindset of it, but eventually you get there. And once you get there, you have people that will hold your hands with God and create a meaningful life, and understanding that life has no guarantees for tomorrow. Life hasn't got any guarantees. So what we have today, we might not have it tomorrow. So that's why it's very, very important to embrace it, to have the gratitude. Each day, take each day, embrace it. As it comes, you find the strength on that day. Don't try to find another, like today is Thursday, and try to actually bring, like pull the Friday into Thursday. Enjoy the Friday, Thursday, find that strength on that Thursday. If you're going through challenges, take step by step. Don't, we can think about tomorrow, what tomorrow is going to be like by um, making sure that our well-being is looked after. We have food, we work, and making sure, but you don't try to actually think about, stress yourself about the tomorrow. Step by step. If you're faced with challenges, focus on one step at a time. And that, I find it really, really helps, because if I try to think about tomorrow, I can write goals for tomorrow. I can write my list of what am I going to do tomorrow. And sometimes that day may not go according to plan, but that's okay. So just don't try to leave Thursday and Friday together in one day. It's very, very important to actually make sure that you live your life, you learn to let go of what you want, and learn to let go of um, the things that don't save you, and go for the things that you want. And remember, the good things that comes your way, you have to attract them. So if you don't attract the good things, so that means the energy of um, um, I'm not enough, it will step in. So learn to attract the good things, even if life it doesn't make sense. I've gone through challenges in life where sometimes I see that life it doesn't make sense, where I feel like I'm that moment, I don't know what tomorrow will look like. But what keeps me going is to be uh, actually to know that the today is a blessing. The today that God has given me to actually breathe is a blessing. I not knowing, I don't know the unknown. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but I try to embrace that moment, that present moment. And when I enjoy that present moment and have the gratitude, and then I have to say to God, hold me to the second day, because I don't know how the Friday is gonna look like. Today is Thursday. I don't know how the Thursday is gonna look like, but you already know how the Thursday is gonna look like. Direct me to stay focused, to actually, if there is Friday, that things that I need to do, guide me through them. So how I fight my battles, but you might find your own unique way to actually find those battles. I don't know what that unique way might be. So you may find it, but whatever you don't do is to give up. Yeah, don't give up in life. Even though you don't know how your life is going to turn out to be, whatever, when you walk in the unknown, keep walking. Have faith, have hope and faith. Life, for better life. Might be faced with hardship. We all have to go through that, I'm afraid. We all have to go through struggles in life. I struggles with failure in my life. Trying to write goals. And when I write goals, I put it time. Then I realize that my time is not Gary's time. What do I do? Do I give up? No. I keep going. I keep going. I keep get up in the morning, happy. I do what I do. Get up in the morning. I pray. Nothing changes. I have to rewrite my goals. I rewrite my goals. But I don't change and say because I failed. And people, how people gonna think, or how are they gonna, like, I know how are they gonna think of me as a person. I know that every journey that I take, guys, before we can think about anybody else, know that every step that you take in life, it does not involve anybody. It's your step, your choices, your failures, the skills that you learn along the way. So somebody can step in and laugh. Can you just imagine when you make those decisions, when you write your goals, then you write your goals, and then let's say that you don't succeed in those goals, but then you rewrite them and then somebody laughs at you, and then you let that person take that eh, excitement, that strength from you, and then you're like, oh, I'm a failure. No, you're not. The fact that you had the courage to make a decision, you had the courage to write your goals, sit down and write your goals. That means you have the courage to actually find the strength and keep going and get up when you're falling. Just pick yourself up. Find some people that might believe in you. Not everyone else will believe, by the way. People are not meant to believe in us. But there are some people, when we tell them our dreams, our goals, our aspiration, they believe in us. They want us to succeed. They want us to keep going with whatever we are doing. So know that do things, whatever you do, with the grace of God, you will find a breakthrough. With the grace of God, you'll find comfort. With the grace of God, you'll find peace. With the grace of God, you will find love. You will find strength. You will find courage. But when you fight that strength and say, you know what, I'm a failure. When you label yourself as a failure, that when God believes in you, when He believes that you can be who you want to become, but when you don't believe it, that's when people end up getting into depression, anxiety, because the needs are not met. But if you can keep going, rewrite your story. If your story that you've written, your goals that you've written, and they not taking you where you need to go, you can rewrite your story. I have gone through challenges in life where I have had to rewrite my story, where I have had to find myself. I found myself knocked down so many times in life, got stuck in the universe. not knowing how I'm going to manage to get back up. But when then I learned to trust, I learned to realize that there's somebody bigger than me. And I learned to know that I can make choices. The choices that I make that will determine my tomorrow. The choices that I make, if I decide to stay down, that will be my tomorrow. So you can decide what do you desire in life. I've learned to trust that. I've learned to trust him and I've learned to believe that whatever steps that I take, he's always there. I'm never alone. Regardless of whatever people may want me to believe. But for me, my belief is I am never alone. Every step that I take, he is always there to guide me through life. So you can trust. You can trust him. You can trust him. I don't know your beliefs. My beliefs are if I get knocked down, I look at my life, where I've been, where I fell, where I go up, where I celebrated my life. And I know that I'm not alone. And I know that I can find that strength to get up and get to where I need to be. So whether it's healthy, financial hardship, if it is financial hardship, instead of worrying about the things that you cannot change, instead of worrying about the tomorrow, why not sit down, maybe get a professional, write down your goals, what you want to achieve in order for you to get out of that situation. What would you like to achieve? What is needed for you to get there, to get out of that financial hardship, and then pray to God, ask him to do the work. You take action, you ask him to provide the resources for you to actually um, find that breakthrough, financial breakthrough. If it's health, you can look at things, how you can change things around to maintain your well-being, so you can live a fulfilling life. So you can actually what else can you do in life? If you tell yourself when you're writing goals, in life we are bound to fail, but you don't have to be ashamed of your story. There are some people that feel like when they fail, they have to be ashamed because they have not succeeded in things. It is the end of the world. How is the family going to think? How is the friend going to think? It's not the end of the world. Don't be ashamed. Don't feel guilty. When things are not working, rewrite your story. Get a pen, get a paper, get to the computer, type your story. How do you want your story to be written? Don't feel ashamed. I'm not ashamed of who I am as a person. I'm not ashamed of my past. I can rewrite my past. I'm not ashamed of my tomorrow. I can rewrite my tomorrow. If my tomorrow is not how I want it to look like, I can rewrite it. I'm not ashamed of it, and I don't feel guilty. So when you are faced with battles, it means life is a game. You have to know how to play it. For me, I see it, life is a game where when I find myself in a battle, I go to God, because I know that he knows my tomorrow. He knows my next year. He knows the date when I'm going to die. So I always tell him that, God, anything that has been written about me, if it's not what you've written, you take it away. So you got to find how you can write your own story, how you can fight those battles and get to the walk and go to that veil, climb that mountain that has been put in. It's very, very important to actually um, break the barriers. Most of the things that get in the way is when we trust that we are not enough. So you have to break those barriers that I am not enough, because you are enough. Once you break the barriers, learn to walk with God and walk with you. Because when you walk with the real you and God on your side, everything will fall into place. It might take 10 years, it might take 5 years. But if you are that person that wants to succeed in life, nobody can stop you when He says yes. When God says yes to your finances, no one can stop you. When God says yes to your marriage, nobody can stop you. When God says yes to that good health, nobody can stop you and take it away from you. Nobody. When you decided to say yes with Him, no one can take away and replace battles after battle. There are some people, they say, you know what? My life is battle after battle, battle after battle. So you can look at the situation, ask yourself, why is it my life a battle after battle? So there might be something in that moment that maybe you need to look into, you need to look at it closer. And there might be something or a message. The universe works in a different way and God works in a different way. God is the universe, by the way. So it's very, very important when you are presented with battles after battles, to actually step back, relax, and just say, you know what? I'm gonna cool and let it go. I'm gonna let the universe be the universe. I'm gonna let God be God. But I don't want be clear what you don't want. I don't want to be in this situation. Let the problems know that you don't want to be in that situation. Let them know. Because the problems, when we speak to them, when they are presented to us, it means that problem has been given a voice. So you need to have a voice for yourself and speak to that problem. What voice do you want to give it to this battle of maybe healthy, maybe having problems with sleep? What voice do you want to give it to this battle? So you need to find a voice for it to communicate with that battle. Maybe it's the battle of a relationship. If you are struggling with a relationship to connect with the right person, instead of saying, I'm tired, there's not good men or there's not good women out there, what voice do you think that problems want to, that you can give it to the problem is to say, you know what? Although it's not easy to find the right person to connect with the right people, but there's a right person out there for me that God has already prepared for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and look at the step. What are the steps that I need to take to find that special person? And get to research. What do you need to do to find love? It's some research. Number one, you need to make a decision. Once you make a decision, you want a long-term relationship, you're good to go. Or if it's a part-time relationship, you ask yourself, why do you want a part-time relationship? Let's, let's talk about long-term relationship. Long-term relationship, you need a character to go with it. You need an image to go with the long-term relationship, which is authentic one. You need to know your desires. What do you desire from the other person? If it is a battle that you face, what do you desire? Okay, write it down. The movie, what do you see yourself with that person in 5 years or 3 years playing the movie in your head? And then if you really know what you desire, are you that you desire yourself? Then you get to work. Is as easy as that. The only thing that is you need to do is staying focused and having people that would cheer you up. We get to wind up going hanging out with people that are talking us out of our destination. We hang out with people that tell us that we are not enough. We hang out with people that tell us that we are never going to achieve the goals that we want to achieve, but we still hang out with them because we want them to like us. But guess what? In the world of success, it does not require popularity. In the world of success, it requires you to make a choice. To make a choice that might hurt somebody else. That choice, it means that I'm making a decision that this is the person that I'm going to step outside, I'm going to be. This is how God, because we are all created to be here for an assignment. But if my assignment, if I'm no longer doing my assignment and then I'm doing things to please the other people, so how is my world gonna look like? It's gonna be frustration after frustration. So it's very, very important to understand what do you really want in life and go for it. Going for what you want requires you to get uncomfortable, to walk in the unknown. It will require you to make choices and decisions that people may not agree with, even if they are the right decisions. Some people may not agree with it, but that's okay. You have to keep going. They'll follow you. People always follow you. They'll always come. They always admire you. When I started my business, people told me that I wasn't good enough. And I was like, what do you mean good enough when somebody has to start their business? What do I need to be? Because for me, if I want to start a business, I need to learn the skills. I don't need to be like the president or anybody. I just need to learn the skills for the business that I want to go for. And I just need to put in the work. I need to get people around me. And then I'll go for what I want and then work for my business. I knew what I needed. First, you do your research. If it is whatever that is, or sadness, do your research. How do I deal with sadness? Me, I don't do no research. Me, I go to God. I go speak to God. I do research for business. I do research for my competitors. But when I'm faced with other problems, it's where I go to Him and say, God, I come to you. I surrender to you. This is the problem that I'm facing. Or He already knows anyway, the problem that I'm facing. So I have to tell Him that whatever I'm going through right now, if it is you're doing, take my hand and direct me to the right direction. Answer my problems. Sometimes it could be financial problems. Sometimes it could be um, relationship problems. Sometimes it could be I don't get anxiety. The reason why I don't get anxiety, don't get stressed is because I've learned some things the hard way. I've learned that if I worry about tomorrow today, tomorrow will be fixed. But I'll end up maybe with the health problems. I don't want that. So what I do is when I'm faced with the problems is for me to speak to the problem. let's say, bring me a problem of finances or health, or maybe any challenge that you bring, or sadness, just bring the loss, or maybe losing someone that I love. If I lose someone that I love, I just ask God to take away that pain that is in my heart. Give me the miracle where I can accept whether it's the loss of someone and accept it gracefully, because I can't do it on my own. If I try to do it on my own, it drags on. But if I try to ask Him to help me, He'd always come and help me. So that is very, very, very important, to make sure that when you do things and know that you are unique. Know that being authentic is the critical component where God is able to promote you, or where you are able to make the right choices about life and move forward, live a fulfilling life by being authentic, unapologetic. And being authentic, it does not require you popularity. Being authentic, it means there are some people that may not like your authenticity. They may not like the steps that you take in life. No, because the steps that you take because it makes them uncomfortable. They want you to walk like them. When you walk like somebody else, they like you. You know what? I like Nomsa. People will say, I like Nomsa because she gets me. She's this, she's that. She walks with me, or she's always available to go out with me. The day you say, I'm not going out, I'm reading, I'm doing something. Oh, okay. And then if if you want to succeed, sometimes you might need to do some research. Doing some research, it means you might need to miss out some entertainment. You might not be available for some entertainment, but that might upset the other people. But you don't need to worry about that. You can explain to somebody and say, these are the goals that I need to achieve in life. In order for me to get there, it will require me to do the work. Doing the work, it means I might miss out some entertainment. It means sometimes I might not be available when you guys want me to go out. So just explain to that person. Or sometimes, as some people say, you don't need to explain. For me, I'm always upfront with people, because I don't want to leave somebody with questions. So I always explain to people and say, listen, goals that I need to achieve for me to be a better person in the future. It will require me to understand my abilities. It will require me to learn the skills. It will require me to learn how to break barriers of that I'm not enough. It will require me to work on my confidence. And working on my confidence, it means I might need to learn some techniques. Like myself, I had to learn some techniques. I had to learn why the Bible was written. I'm a Christian, so I had to learn how to use the Bible as a weapon to actually fight my battles. And doing so, I have learned so much. Sometimes it might take me 2 hours to do some research. Sometimes it might take me 1 hour. I need to research, who is God? Who is this God? Because I need to understand that if He loves me, why should I suffer? So you might need to understand your journey as a person that is unique. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm a Christian, and everybody tells me there's this guy called Jesus. Jesus. Who is he? But the battles, man, are too big. Sometimes I don't know how to fight them. So I had to learn how to communicate with this Jesus. I had to learn to communicate. I had to learn to seek help when it's needed. And in doing that, it requires me to work on my inner being. It requires me to do some meditation in the Word of God. It requires me to do exercises, be in the present moment. It requires me to do some things that makes me uncomfortable. It requires me to, if I want to be in a relationship, it requires me to learn how do you deal. I'm a woman, I need to date a man. So how do I deal with men? How do I have relationship skills, create relationship skills, learn them, and actually implement them at the same time? How do I do that? So those are the things that I had to learn. It takes time. Some friends don't have time. When they want you to go out, they want you to come out. They don't want no excuse. But otherwise, they tell you that you don't fit in with them anymore. So it's fine. You don't have to fit in with other people. All you need to do is fit in with God and fit in with yourself. Have a relationship with yourself, a good relationship with yourself. Once you have a good relationship with yourself and learn the skills, and also once you have all that, find your inner, find peace within. Self-image, I've spoken about that. Your own identity is very, very important. Um, to find peace and don't neglect yourself, regardless of what, trying to fit in with other people. Uh, live your life how you want it, in your own way, with God, with God's guidance. God is there to guide us through life. But our destiny is already written about us. So if your destiny is already written, it means you have to want that destiny. You have to claim it. When you claim that destiny, it means if you say, God, show me my character. Who am I supposed to be? God will show you your character of who you are supposed to be. And then you become that. Show me who I am. He will show you. I've prayed so much that prayer. Show me who I am. It shows me, Namsa, this is who I am. I'm like, what now? Really? So how do I do that? Just joking, guys. When God shows you who you are, you can't question it because in your heart, you know. Sometimes if you question it, maybe it's because it might be bigger than you think. So it's very, very important to be authentic and and be the person that you want to become. And it doesn't require popularity. You don't have to be popular. I've gone through that journey in life. Know your character. Stay away from drama. When I'm meaning stay away from drama, it means when somebody brings drama to you, refuse it and just go into prayer. If you believe in prayer, go into prayer with God. Pray for that person that brings drama to you. And once you pray for them, pray for yourself and move forward with life. Because if we hold them and say, you know what, this person does not get me, they don't understand that is a delay that is not necessary. That's a stagnation, and that is not necessary because it means your soul, your mind is no longer focusing, is focusing on that person's story. So you don't need to focus on that story. Love that person, ask God, pray for God so God can guide them through life as well because that person is a child of God. Everyone on earth is a child of God. So your job is to pray for them, you pray for yourself, and God will do the work for that person. So your job is not to say, you know what, this person does not get me and they don't understand my dreams. Yes, you are right. They don't understand your dreams. They don't understand the battles that you are facing. So when you try to convince somebody, it's a waste of time. When you try to convince somebody and say, I'm going through these battles, it's a waste of time. So when I'm saying it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time because you end up focusing on them. So the good way forward is to focus and say, you know what, if it's a friend, I love you very much. But at this moment in time, I have a journey that I need to fulfill. In order for me to fulfill that journey, it requires my attention. It requires me to stay focused. So I'm going to have to go now. Continue with your journey. That person has to decide whether they want to support you, mentor you, because we have friends. The reason why we have friends is because they are there to mentor us, they're there to tell us that when we tell them our dreams, they're there to say, go for it. What do you want me to do? Just go for it, not to talk us out of them. But if we get distracted because we want this person to understand our battles, they're never going to understand the battles that we go through. The only person that can understand your battles is you. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way. Where I have tried to convince people to like me, to understand what I was going through, to understand the battles that I was facing. But I find it's a waste of time. They make things worse. So when I actually shift my mindset and say to God and say, you know what, God, forgive my friend. But you know the character. I have to go back to the character when I met that friend, how they accepted me as a friend, how they've been there. I say, God, look after my friend. But at this moment, hold my hand. I have a journey that I need to, I have a path that I need to take. That path requires me to focus on that journey. Can you look after my friend for me on my behalf? And I find God will do the work. Go and look after, whether it's a family member, he will go and look after that person on your behalf. He might even change their mindset and bring them back to support you. Or if they are completely a distraction, God will remove them off your life completely because of their distraction. And where you need to go, you cannot go with this person in your life. So that's how you got to understand how the universe, the spirit realm, how it works, and the physical realm, how it works. You got to understand those two things. Sometimes there are some people that when you're with them, you cannot reach a certain level in life. There are some people that are there to mentor you. There are some people that are come to your life to bring you down. And that, I'm afraid that is part of it. It's part of life. That will bring life. We call it life. It is life. I've learned it myself. I've gone through it. So if you understand that, then you're good to go. Whenever you're faced with battles, you have the courage to actually fight those battles and know that you're unique. And when you understand that you are unique, everything else falls into place. That's how I fight my battles. And what makes me unique as well when it comes to life is I I have to know myself who I am as a person. And I don't try to be something that I'm not. I just live my life unapologetic. I live my life how God wants me to be. Whatever God wants me to be, I do it unapologetic. So those are the things that I do in life that makes me unique. And also, if somebody wants me to hold them through dark times, I'm not afraid to do that. I'm not afraid to teach them how I found that breakthrough that I found myself. If they want to learn it, I teach them how I did it. It requires mentoring in for you to be able to find that breakthrough when it comes to life. It requires you to let go of some places. When you find yourself in the darkest place, the path to discover where you want to find the light, it will require you to let go of some places, let go of some people. So those are the things, and to let go of your past. Self-forgiveness is very, very important. Let go of mental blocks. Break the chains of generational curses. Sometimes some things are generational. So those are the things that I personally had to do. Mentally blocks that I'm not enough. My ancestors suffered struggles in life. They suffered struggles of slavery. So that can affect me. If I want to succeed and find that breakthrough, it could affect me, my generation. So I need to make sure that it doesn't affect me, that I'm not enough. Mentally blocks and breaking every chains of struggles in life. So there are some things that can affect us if you want to find a fulfilling life. Avoid anything that does not add value in your life. Never try to fit in with Nomsa or anybody else. Don't let people affirm your destination. Your destination has already been written by God before you were conceived. God knew that your mom and dad are going to meet up and they're going to have some love, going to get married, give birth to you. Destiny was already written. So don't try to fit in with anybody. It's just causing stress and anxiety. Walk your path, dance your dance. What music plays in your head? Dance it. When I'm talking about music, guys, I'm not talking about the music of the Beyonce or anybody else. I'm talking about the rhythm of life, the dance of life. The dance, where does the music call you? The rhythm of life, personal development. So when I'm dancing, I'm walking my walk, walking my path. I'm not walking somebody else. It's very, very important to don't let people tell you. When I'm saying don't let people affirm your destination, it means don't let them tell you your dreams are too big or too small. Let God be God, and um, let learn to get along with you. You'll find it easier to actually find that fulfillment in life. If your friends don't motivate you, change them, celebrate them, seek to the best. First, you have to seek to be the best. You can change your friends. When I'm saying you change your friends, it is like when I said at the beginning that tell your friend that I love you so much, really, really love you so much as a friend, that I have a destination that I need to fulfill. Explaining what is required in that destiny. If they are willing to accept you for who you are happy to work with them. But if they don't, pray for them. God may want them with you in order to succeed in life. He may not want you. He may know that with them you cannot succeed. Those It's all about knowing who you are, your beliefs, creating your unique identity. And those are the things that you need to do in life, and not trying so hard to look good on the outside, neglecting your soul inside of you. Work on your inner world and your outer world, and please no one Unapologetic, guys. Please, no one. The battles, when they come in life, they come to test us. They come because we have to learn something in them. People come, they go. God, if you say, I need a good husband, God will sure give you um oh guy 6 foot 2. Maybe your husband is 6 foot. He will send you your future husband, maybe 6 foot. He will send you 6 foot 2 guys. Massa was a guy that goes to the gym 7 days a week. A guy that has the good looks. A guy that speaks when he speaks. You're like, wow. A woman is similar to that as well. But he's not your future husband. He's not your future husband. He's not ready for what you're looking for. So what you need now to do, because God is testing you, what you need to do is, am I really looking for looks? Or am I looking for a long-term relationship? If the looks comes with a long-term relationship, then question the guy. And if it's not for you, unapologetic, or if the woman is not for you, no matter how beautiful they are, no matter how gorgeous, no matter how much they walk with the boobies or whatever, just say no. But God can test you on that, on those categories. And you say, I'm looking for a long-term relationship, or say, okay, I'm going to send this first person first, but your husband is the second one. But if you are all about the looks and the now, then you pick the right husband. You pick you pick the wrong husband and the wrong wife. That's how the universe works. So the universe requires you to be honest, to make some choices, tough choices that some people may not like it, but it's okay anyway. So guys, I'm going to leave you with this for today. I'm going to have to go. But I'm going to leave you with this. Don't try so hard to protect your outfit, making sure you don't step in the mud and forgetting your soul, neglecting your soul and neglecting who you are. When I'm saying don't try so hard to protect it, to make sure that your makeup, your fake eyelashes, your fake hair, your fake high heels, they match your dress, everything. But when you step outside, inside, you're feeling no good. And then letting everybody enter your life and take advantage of you, bringing battles to your life. Don't try to do that. Look after your well-being. Unapologetic. Look after your well-being. Good character. Um, Good character does not require you to please everybody. It requires you to know who you are and know who you want to enter your life. And God bless everyone. And please, if you want to connect with me, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page and follow me on my Facebook account, Twitter, Instagram. And if you are looking for love, go to the website, register. I'll get your email through, your application form through. If you are looking for coaching, please do get in touch with me. God bless. Live with grace.